Hey there, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Hey, I wanted to talk to you today about what's the most important claim to file. Look, the reality is that a lot of people talk about, high value claims, or you can get this percentage for this type of condition. Look, what if those things don't apply to you? The bottom line is that there is really the most important claim for you. And I'm going to tell you what it is. Hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe. It's that easy. And guess what? The most important claim is the condition that you have that's service related or that manifested during your service. That is the most important claim. And I don't care personally if it's a 0% rating, a 10% rating, a 30% rating, doesn't matter. They're all equally important in my eyes because a 0% could potentially have secondary conditions. A 0% could potentially get worse over time. A 0% could potentially be a contributing cause to a cause of death, which would then allow or enable your spouse or significant other, right, your spouse to be able to obtain dependency indemnity compensation, which is like an insurance paid out like an annuity, kind of like a monthly payment. So there's a lot of reasons why you should file for every single claim that you actually can file for. Don't go chasing claims, right? Don't go chasing conditions that you don't have. That's dumb. Go look at yourself. Look, what I tell everybody, my suggestion really to anybody that I have ever sat down with and spent time with regarding this stuff is, look, what you need to do is really have the mindset shift. Instead of the rub some dirt on it, suck it up, move past it. And oh, by the way, take the age factor out of it. Oh, I feel like this because I'm getting older. Doesn't matter, okay? Especially if you're still in. If you're pushing on 20 years or 30 years or whatever, and you're getting ready to get out, right? It doesn't matter that you're 20 or 30 years older than you were. It has nothing to do with that, okay? This could be stuff that you would have ended up getting anyway in life. So what you need to do is switch your mindset a little bit. Really analyze yourself inside and out. I mean, you need to kind of go head to toe, inside and out, and label down, write it all down, the things that you have going on with you. My neck does hurt a little bit, or, after I do a physical fitness test, I feel like this, or, after I drive for a while, my back this, or I can't sleep, or whatever your situation is, right? You need to do that inventory of yourself inside and out, get everything listed. And then you really need to think hard about what really started during my time in service, or what is a result of my time in service. Could be, anything, right? So you really need to try to figure out if your current conditions had manifested or are a result of your time in service, or there was some sort of a in-service event or whatever, right? Then the next piece is you need to figure out now, can I prove that my condition started during this time? Now, the best and easiest way to do this is if you actually had a diagnosis when you were in. If you actually went to the doctor and were diagnosed for condition X when you were in, that would be the absolute best case scenario. Now, many of us don't do that. So the next case scenario, unless it's an injury, right? So if you got injured, that would usually get, put in there, but the other stuff usually not. We end up skipping it. So your next best option would be is that you had it annotated somewhere, a medical professional, a medic or a corpsman, or during some sort of an annual physical health assessment, something like that. You actually had somebody write something down regarding signs or symptoms of a condition, or you complained about it yourself, or you marked a box that said, I have frequent headaches, or I have heartburn, or whatever it is, right? If you're able to do that, or if you were able to do that and you did it, This could help you prove your nexus, which is the important key here in order to get that service connection. The next way is you don't have anything in your medical records, you have nothing in your service treatment files, you have nothing. So then what's going to happen is you will have to kind of create a record of proving that you had that condition manifest during your time in service. Now, there's a couple different ways. You can have buddy statements, people that you may have known when you were in, write letters attesting to them, witnessing you have migraine headaches or bouts of GERD or a bad back issue or whatever, right? Whatever your situation is. Those buddy statements, you could have, if you had some sort of awards for something where you were, just really putting out a lot of effort for something and that could have caused some sort of an injury, that would kind of help make sense. You could have your doctor do the Nexus Letter for you, basically stating that your condition is at least likely as not to have occurred during your time in service, or better yet, it is more than likely to have occurred during your time in service. And then that helps, right? The other is your MOS or your AFSC may have been a military job that has a higher likelihood of creating or causing some sort of a condition. For example, if you were fuel systems or a fueler or something like that, breathing jet fuel all day long, maybe, and I don't know, I never looked, maybe jet fuel, right, is associated with migraine headache sufferers, right? So if that's the case, then you pull up articles online, Google search articles linking those things together. That will help you prove your case. If some school or some organization did some sort of a study on that, then that is evidence for you to submit. That also helps you get that Nexus Letter from your doctor, which also helps you to prove your nexus, which is a really important piece. So all of this stuff really boils down to, there's a lot of noise out there about this condition is this and this condition's in that and how to get this percentage for that. What if it doesn't apply to you, right? Look, everybody's story is different. Everybody's situation is different. Focus on you, run your race, and go after the conditions that you have. Whether it's a 0%, 10%, 30%, 70%, it doesn't matter. They're all important. All right, with that, we'll go ahead and cut it there. I really appreciate you guys so very much. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.